Now, lesson 1-4 is about measuring angles. We measured segments. Now we're working on angles. But what are angles, right? An angle is formed by two rays with the same endpoints. But that endpoint we're using, the common word we're going to be using is vertex now. Okay. There's a lot of words for endpoints, but in an angle, the endpoint is called a vertex. It has two rays that is connected to that vertex. Example number 1, how to name an angle. One way to name an angle is the given number for that angle. The given number for that angle is 1. The given number for the angle is number 1. That's the first way to write angle. It's angle 1. The symbol here on the left, it emphasizes that this is an angle. Sometimes we don't want to write down the word, so we use symbols to translate what we mean, right? Because we're going to be using angles a lot throughout the semester, or even the school year, sorry. The second way to name your angle is using the vertex. Where's the vertex located at? It's always at the point where the two rays are meeting at. Okay? This is always called the vertex. And point C is your ray, and point B is your other ray going to the top right. Point C is going to the right direction. Okay? Don't forget, rays are also known as directions. Okay, so you can name the angle as angle A using the vertex itself. The last one is to use standard and common form. It is using this format. If you notice, the vertex is always in the middle. Always keep this in mind. If the vertex is not in the middle, then you're naming the angle incorrectly. Okay. And then ray 1 is on the left and ray 2 is on the right side of that vertex. Because the two rays is what is connecting to that endpoint. The endpoint is also called a vertex. Here, to name this angle, again, vertex is, here in this diagram, is point A. Ray 1, you can use ray 1 as B. You can use ray 2 as in C. Okay. Just make sure that the vertex is always in the center. Very, very important foundations in you naming and reading angles. And here I also wrote down it in a black text, just so you're not always familiarized with my colorized version. Okay. Another way you can rename the angle is just replacing the ray of B and C with one another, but also still keeping A as the vertex. Okay. We're going to be practicing naming angles. First way is, how do you name? Another way of naming angle 1. Answer for this one is angle JAK. JAK, because we're talking about angle A. Yes, you are half correct. It's angle A, but you have to specify which rays are going to be using, which is angle J and ray J and ray K. That is both connected to the vertex of A. Okay. Next one. So let me put this up a little bit. Also, K and J is another way. Once again, we're still staying true with it using angle A. You can always switch around the rays if you want to rename that angle. Okay. Second, what we're going to be doing is, what is another way to name AAL? Okay. Let me actually just show your answer. AK, or you can rename it as angle 2. Automatically, you know that AAL, you can always just switch the L and the K, and you would have got the first answer right away, right? Which is LAK. What you have to do is just switch around the rays from K and L and keep A as the vertex. Okay, so don't overthink this question. And then angle 2 is because that's where angle 2 is located in KAL, angle KAL. Last one we're going to be doing is name the whole angle. Example here, on the left, I kind of drew it for you, was angle A with the ray of J and the ray of L. Angle JAL, or angle A with the ray of J and the ray of L. That's a better way to phrase it, right? Angle A with the ray of L and the ray of J.